Hello there, and welcome to my review of the ready-to-fight out-of-the-box LEGO combat robot Denial, made by my friend Technicalities and sold online by Les DIY. Full disclosure, Technicalities asked me if I could do this, and Les DIY were extremely generous in sending me a free copy of Denial so that I could review it, which I'm very grateful for. This being said, I promise to be completely honest in this review, but just so you know. This is my second review of one of Technicalities' robots, his other robot, and my first review is Vegas, which I really recommend you watch. I've seen Denial fight quite a few times, and I've fought it a few times myself. In Bristol, I fought it with Beaky, and you can see that weapon really does hit. And in Steam, I fought Denial with the Ice Climbers, and my goodness, look at that hit on Nana. Denial is sold by Les DIY on their online store, and it, like Vegas, is intended to be a great purchase for people interested in starting LEGO robot combat, but also a good robot to buy for more experienced builders. In this review, I'm going to be finding the answer to the question, is Denial a good purchase for beginners to LEGO robot combat? And is it a good purchase for experienced builders? And can you build anything else with the same parts? My first plus point for Denial is how easy it is to order. When you're in the LEGO community, you know how to use Bricklink and plan your parts around second-hand models, etc. But for new people, it's really hard to get into it. So I think Les DIY and Technicalities offer the best way to start LEGO robot fighting that there is right now. I don't think there's any other way that you can say, I want to build that LEGO robot, and then go on a website and click it and buy it. I know parents have bought Vegas for their children, and they've been really grateful for just being able to click and buy it, and it's on its way. So that's a big plus point. Also, trying to buy the separate components for Denial would cost a lot more, so I think this is great value. After a little wait, it does come from China, so you do have to give it about 4 weeks, my Denial arrived, and I love the box art. Just like Vegas, it feels like a nice gift. Putting that as a plus point. Okay, inside we have the instruction QR code that takes you to the PDF instruction file, which just works perfectly with no problems, this cool Les DIY sticker, and the robot components. There's the Mold King 6-port controller. This is the same one as the best robots are running at the moment, like Enigma uses it and it won the Black Country Brick Show tournament, so plus point. Denial has great parts. The more I thought about building my alt build, the happier I was. If you're a starting roboteer, these are great for showing you what to buy, and if you're experienced, there's some lovely pieces here that you're familiar with, but Technicalities uses them in a different way. So, great plus points. Brilliant components. Also, Technicalities loves his wheels. Whenever I have a wheel or tyre question, he knows it straight away. So I love Denial's wheels, chunky, grippy and great. So, brilliant components. Time to start building. But first, let's just get that sticker there. Beautiful. Bit of a disclaimer, I've never really used instructions that much, so I'm pretty terrible at following them. Even so, Technicalities is really good at making them, and these were pretty easy to follow. However, I would say that there are some hard parts to follow. For an experienced builder, you could get around it, but if this was a child's first build, there are a few parts that they would definitely find tricky. Saying that, there were parts that I found tricky, not because it was badly written, the instructions were pretty clear, but because Denial's such a strange looking robot. I think it's really beautiful. It has that Star Trek spaceship quality to it that I think many other robots just don't have. Technicalities makes really beautiful looking robots, and I think Vegas is a bit of a work of art. Same thing for Denial. I like things when they look different. Okay, so that's the main body done. I love the purple. Hardly anyone uses purple, and I'm so glad Technicalities chose it. It makes Denial really stand out. Now, onto the bit that I'm really looking forward to, the weapon wheel. Unlike Vegas, whose weapon wheel was designed by Outwork Robotics, the weapon wheel on Denial was designed by Technicalities himself, and it is amazing. It's so clever and it hits like a truck. It's so good that I've already seen 2 other experienced robot builders buy Denial and use the wheel instructions for themselves. Here's someone's Ripperoni using the Denial wheel, and here's James Pond, who absolutely smashed robots apart at the Black Country Brick Show. Both use the Denial wheel, both amazing robots, so that's a plus point on the experience side. And after about 3 or 4 hours, I'd completed my Denial. Let's have a look at it. So first off, wow, it's It's just beautiful. It reminds me of one of those Romulan warbirds or something like that. It's great. Technicalities makes a good looking robot. Thanks to those big grippy wheels, it drives really nicely and a lot faster than I thought. The weapon hits hard, which is great, but I would put a little warning on this like I did with Vegas. This isn't for small children. I would say a sensible 8-year-old could probably be trusted with it, but that weapon is great and I wouldn't want any young or irresponsible children being hurt by it. That being said, I've seen plenty of young children at LEGO events who have built their own robots with a similar power level to this and handle them perfectly, but this is just a warning. So, this is my summary for buying Denial. It's easy to buy, reasonably easy to follow the instructions, it has great components, it looks beautiful, it hits like a truck, it has a weapon and components that top level fighters are using. I think it's an excellent robot to buy, so Denial does get my recommendation. If you do have any questions about buying Denial, do ask in the comments. Now, the second part of this video. What can you make using the same parts as Denial? So when I made and reviewed Vegas, I set out to make my own alt build using the Vegas parts, and I made Reno, the vertical spinner version of Vegas. I wanted to do the same thing for Denial. Could something else be made from the same parts? So I took my new Denial apart and started from scratch with all those lovely parts. And now I'm proud to reveal my alternate build. Vengeance. Oh my goodness, am I happy with this. When it first started coming together, I was so happy. Just look at it. Denial's a vertical spinner, so I wanted to change that. Although I did still keep the Denial wheel because it's amazing. Vengeance is a horizontal Thagomizer robot, which means it actually has the weapon at the rear, away from other robots. The idea is that you use the tough front or forks to push the opponent around and then spin the whole robot around to thwack them with the spinner. This really adds kick to the weapon. I've always wanted to build one of these style robots and I'm so happy at how this came out. So you can make another robot out of the parts of Denial. And here's the great thing. I'm going to send Vengeance to Technicalities so that you can take it apart and turn it into instructions, just like you did for Reno. And soon, anyone who buys Denial will get the instructions on how to build Denial and Vengeance. And I think that's great. Buy one kit, get 2 great builds out of it. So my summary. Denial's a really good purchase for beginners or experienced LEGO robot fighters. It has great components, and it will have the instructions for 2 very different robots. Now, I was going to have this part of the video where I compared buying Vegas to buying Denial, but I thought, let's make evidence our friend. Technicalities is hosting another robot fighting event in Caerphilly on the 31st of May. At Carnage in the Castle 2, we're going to have a 4 robot face-off tournament. All 4 robots will face each other in one brutal one-on-one fights, scoring points for each win. And then, we can finally say, which is the best of Technicalities builds and alt builds. Reno? Vegas? Denial? Or Vengeance? Huge thanks to Technicalities for building Denial and involving me. Massive thanks to Les DIYs for sending me a free copy of Denial to review. They've also sold so many Vagases now, and everyone I know who's bought one is really happy with it. Big thanks to Mr. Chicken for letting me use their music in my intro. Do check out their channel. And as always, a huge thanks to Punch Deck for letting me use their music. Go check out their channel. I've loved building Denial and Vengeance, and I can't wait for Carnage at the Castle 2. The first Carnage at the Castle was a really lovely event, and if you're available at the end of May, it's a free event and it's really lovely. Thanks for watching all, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers all. That's the video over. Now all I've got to do is pack away. I think I'll start by packing away these brick separators. Let's just pick up Vengeance first. Oh no! Oh no! I'm gonna. They seem stuck. I don't know if I can get them off, but I suppose they do look quite good. Yeah, maybe I'll keep them on there. Yeah, like a happy accident.